All right, limb bones can be difficult to try to figure out. But there are some tells that allow you to figure out what the different types of bones are. For instance, this is a humerus. And the way we can tell is usually there's some kind of hole in it, at least in mammals, and that the head of the humerus is kind of bulbous and large. And this is as opposed to a femur here, where the head there is much rounder, and it's clearly more set to move in one direction versus a humerus, which is set to be able to move in many different directions and move around. So those are sort of our equivalents. Then what we have are things like the ulna. Ulna is the easiest one to identify. At least in mammals, we have the olecranon process, or the funny bone portion of it, and we have the nice articulating area here. At the bottom part of it, there's a little point on it, and that's called the styloid process, and it's just like a stylus that you would use on your tablet computer. As opposed to a radius, which is actually kind of boring. It also has a styloid process on it, so that's the bottom portion of it. But it's rather simple in shape. This is as opposed to a fibula, which is relatively similar in shape to the radius, but it tends to be longer depending on the organism, of course. And it's flatter, it's weaker, and it tends to bow out on both ends more so than the radius does. And then the tibia. The tibia is the larger bone of the lower leg, and it has this tibial crest on it. So this larger portion here that you could feel on the front of your leg is that tibia. Now if we move over and take a look at this on the cat itself here, we can see how those bones are arranged. So radius, ulna, humerus, tibia with that crest on it, fibula, and femur. Then within the limbs, we are going to get the carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges, and we'll go over those in greater detail later. So the carpals are here, metacarpals, phalanges. And then in the leg bones instead, they're called the tarsals, the metatarsals, and the phalanges.